All right, and we're back. All right, so what we're going to do today is we're going to actually get started. Can you imagine all this talk, all this blah blah blah? Hear me talk through all this like what 5, 6 videos by now, and we still haven't done a single line of code. That's crazy. Oh man. Well, anyway, but I'm sorry. I just kind of like feel like if you don't have any of these background information, it's just going to make you, you're just gonna be lost, and you're not gonna know where things are coming from. Excuse me, where things are coming from, or how they're done, or how they work, and that just makes things more difficult, I think. Okay, you don't want to learn this like a song, like by memory. You don't want to build things by memory and learn how to code by memory, because every development environment you do is going to be completely different. So you kind of need to understand how it works. If a singer worked only by memory, eventually they'll forget something in the song and then they're stuck. But if they know how to play the guitars or whatever, or play the instruments like they actually play, like actually play them, they know what to do. So they'll just go on to play out the rest of the song and add to it and improvise to whatever. Okay. So that's all. Basically the same thing with code and development. So, all right. So we're gonna start the new thing. So the first thing you gotta do, right, is we're going to install Gatsby in our machine. Okay. Now we want to do this in a global, in the global environment, and the reason why we want to do this in a global scope, I guess, is because you don't want to install Gatsby just locally in one folder, and then every time you want to build out another Gatsby project, you have to install it in that project again and again and again and again, and it's just crazy that way. So when you install it at a global scope inside your own machine, it doesn't matter where you go in any folder in your computer that you want to start a new Gatsby project, it will recognize that Gatsby has been installed in your computer everywhere, pretty much. So how we're going to do this is we're going to use Git Bash. So you're gonna go to your Git Bash, and if you don't know how to find this, basically, you can go to your Windows program files, and there should be something there, that says Git or something like that. So you just find it in there. If you have Windows, also you should have Cortana. You can ask Cortana where it is. I mean, you should know how to handle your own operating system, right? Okay, so. So we're here, right? So this is normally when you open your Git Bash, it's going to be normally open on the root of your computer. It's going to be the first time you open your Git Bash, it's going to be already set up to your main root. Your computer starts from here. This is the beginning of it all. Okay, so this is kind of where you want to put it. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do here is we're going to, and I'm not going to reinstall mine. So I'm just going to show you what you need to do, and then you do it. I'm not going to run it. Okay. So first of all, before we go any further, we want to make sure that we have no version that my node is being accessible, and it is. So I click node, I type node -v, it shows me. Okay, yeah, it's there. Okay, so obviously it is there, and you can do the same thing with npm. I think we did this already before. But there you go. My npm is also working. So now I know I can install it. So to install Gatsby project, I'm gonna type npm Gatsby. Actually, npm install. Sorry, install -g or -g and then Gatsby. Okay. So what does that mean? You're going to use your Node Package Manager to install at a global scope this Gatsby, okay? And you're going to see this a lot, because this right here, so get used to this. This is how you're going to end up installing a lot of Node packages. So like if you wanted to install Material UI, this is what it's going to do. You're going to do npm install, and then Material UI. However, the one thing that is going to probably change is going to be this. You're not going to install Material UI at a global scale, because you're not going to use that on everything that you're going to ever do. So that one you do a project only. So you may want to just do, for those kind of things, you may want to do, you want to just save it locally, or save it as a dependency. So, or just even just like that, it's fine. It will do it locally. But for Gatsby, we're gonna do it global. So I want you to type that, and I want you to hit enter. Once you hit enter, oh, never mind. Sorry, hang on. I forgot. I forgot that that's not all you're going to do. Sorry. CLI, the Gatsby CLI is the right name. I apologize about that. Got a little too ahead of myself. So npm install at a global scale Gatsby CLI. So this will install Gatsby CLI. So when type that, hit enter, and that's gonna take a while. I'm gonna, just go ahead and wait for it to hold the whole thing to run, and then come back to this. Okay, and give you some time. Go ahead, do it. Alright, you done? Well, if you're not done, anyway, just pause the video, do what you gotta do, and then come back to me. Alright, so I'm back. I'm assuming that you already ran this. I'm not gonna run it again. I mean, I could. It's not gonna do anything, but why? That's just gonna slow everything down. So, so let's move on. Okay, so let's get acquainted with the command line, which is what I am right here. Okay, this is although it's not really the command line terminal, is the bash, the git bash is still a command line. So I want to get acquainted with you guys with I want you guys to get acquainted with some of the stuff that that you're gonna be some commands that you're gonna be using. Okay, and so like for example, one of them is Mkdir. Okay, so Mkdir stands for make directory. Okay, so get used to this stuff, and cd space something. Okay, get used to that. That means that's because you're changing a directory. So it's cd change directory. That means that you're navigating through your directory. Okay, and then I'm gonna show you how to use this, and then ls, which is to list what's in there. So like if I run that one right now, it will tell me in this directory at my home folder, at my home directory here, what folders, or what do I have in there? Well, I see I have a bin folder and an etc folder for variables and stuff, command dev. I have a couple of executable files or applications. I have this text file, I have this whatever stem folder, prog folder, I have some other, I have an HTML, whatever. So I have that kind of stuff in there. Okay, so this right here tells you what in that where you are right here, what's in it. Okay, so I'm gonna stop this right now, and I'm gonna actually jump on the next video. We're gonna talk a little bit more about the command line and how to use it. Okay, see you in the next one.